27 seats for inside the legislature. And then they talk say no. As a matter of fact, heavy allegations really they carry, they put on top the matter. They say INEC, they need to cancel the poll, say it not follow the same way they announce, work out well at all. Say na wuru line them do. Or even they allege say APC been collaborate with security agents plus INEC to rig the elections, and that one safe now go make them say make sure say they not accept the results. Labour Party, in their statement signed by the chairman for the state, Festus Onyekulisi, on Monday, come on, they talk say yes, so they notice one or two connivance like that, and so it did not make any sense at all. PDP too writes their own statement through Oga Collins Opuzo. Come out, they talk say even party agents said they beat them, illegally arrest them at the collation center. So all these things join for the disagreement where they agree. They still they call on INEC say this the way you talk, it not follow. We must cancel the results and look into the matter jejely to know what will be the correct result be. Federal High Court President for inside Abuja don dismiss application where the lawyer of DCP, suspended DCP Oga Kyari, writes where they seek to dismiss the charges where NDLEA, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, put on top in head. Justice Emeka Nwite, and I talk this one for ruling today, will be Wednesday, March 22, say courts get rights, plenty right plus jurisdiction to hear drug-related cases because now waiting follow for inside the Constitution of the Federal Republic Nigeria of Nigeria plus the NDLEA Act. Of course, we know say this thing first started on January 18 when Justice Nwite first adjourned the ruling in the application where Oga Kyari been filed, plus 3 other co-defendants on the suit where they on top their head they related to drug offences matter. For inside that suit, for that January 18, they be pray say make the court just dismiss the charges against them because they're not subject them to internal disciplinary action. That is, the people who are supposed to do this action are Nigeria Police Council plus Police Service Commission, as waiting constitution supposed to talk. Say failure of the complainants will be NDLEA to wait for disciplinary action against them can render the charge incompetent, and they ask the court say based on this thing now, court you myself not get jurisdiction. But Oga Nwite don't answer them, Justice Nwite don't answer them from inside the matter. Of course, even the NDLEA Council, Oga Joseph Sunday myself oppose the application. He says some nothing like this the way they talk, this one not follow. Everything way they supposed to do, they say they do them and they follow the law. So yeah, now make we go as the thing be. So justice it must take in course. Well, justice don't dismiss the suit and we expect say more on this story will come out as the case proceeds, even though they not tell us exactly when. But at the end of the day, the matter still dey inside court. Oga Kyari like say still on top that hot seat small.
Advice for the incoming government is that they should consider the poor people. The way things are going on in Nigeria, poverty there, people are suffering, no food, no working. They sack all the workers, especially the teachers. I would say in my state, Kaduna State, I'm from Jamal local government. In my village, we don't have any single staff for them to take care of the children in school. In Nigeria, I would say that they forgot us in that site, and make them consider the graduates because people have suffering a lot. Make them consider the poor and the outgoing one. Make them please do the right thing for the new coming one so that they will copy it and do, because this thing that is happening is not right.
They should tackle the insecurity. That is number one. And then we don't want strike anymore in our schools, because the way they were strike the other last year, and then our children stayed at home for like close to a year. It wasn't that too good. So the incoming government should look into it, the education aspect, and then the economy is so bad that the poor ones now cannot feed well. So they should just look into the economy aspect and the insecurity aspect.
They should place consider the poor ones, consider the less privileged, and let this issue of money scarcity, issue of traveling, transportation, no transaction, listen, and maybe you are traveling, you'll be stranded, because it also happened to me just recently, and even trying to even affect my work. So please, what the advice I'm going to give to this incoming government is, they should please, they should stick to their promises. They should please, I'm still appealing to them again, I'm still appealing to the nation. They should please, they should stick to their promises. Number one, they should be fair, both the poor and the rich. They should also know that, yes, today, if you are there, tomorrow another person will come in. It is your good deed that will lead you to another one.
To make Nigeria happy, let it start to open border, number one, things. Because Nigeria are hungry. And it is not the bank to stop money to the bank and return our money back. We are not living fine. That is the problem now. And he's aware of it. The incoming government is not a stranger. Is this coming from America? No, it's here. You know what Nigeria is facing. To make sure that we will happy with them. Right now, we are not happy. No man on the street can live fine. And the whole Nigeria are suffering. We cannot eat. We cannot feed our family. We cannot pay school fees for our children. Fuel price in Nigeria is just like as you buy tomatoes in market. You buy different in a taco market. You buy different in a Gariki market. It's not rap. It's just different price. You sell how you want it. No government to interfere of it.
We are really suffering in this country. Our money is no value, nothing. The school fee is a problem to pay. Our money no any value. We can do it. I still be pray for him. Let him do the right thing at the right time. When mercy, we're happy with it. Like this, our border, I can open it. Let the business be flowing. Everything. They okay. You do the rate of like control prices for everything like this. Let them do it. Let it be okay. Like our refinery is the problem. Let him face it. Do it. When I want thing, let him face one thing. Make something be done before you go to another step. Something will be done. No job. Put 3 things at the same thing. You finish one, you go to the next. It will be easy for them because all of them when they're going, I want to do it, I want to do it. They cannot do a lot of things. Let them face one first. When they succeed about that one, go to another step to do another thing. Yes.
We are just advising them to focus on this insecurity of a thing. Because going to people domain, to the poor masses and set them ablaze, kill them anyhow of a truth is a painful thing. People are suffering. People lack food to eat. In fact, most especially this cashless policy. People did not find it very easy. There was a man in Kano. 3 days he did not eat. Went to a food seller to even buy on credit. The man denied him. That was why he sat down and died. Please, this present government should look at it and look at the masses. People are suffering, please. People are suffering, more especially in the aspect of education too. And some people cannot even afford paying school fees for their children. And they should look into it, that at least each and every individual have the right for education.
To the incoming government, they should please try to help us in this country, to make it a better place for us to live, that what those ones that left could not do, they should please try in all aspects, like road, electricity, and also the welfare of the country. They should please improve in all areas. Those that are going on, they have really tried their best. We thank them for the little they've done. And we are saying that as they are going, they should always represent us anywhere they go as a good Nigeria. And we also thank them for all their good work they've done.
All right, now welcome back. Again, always something to hear from the people with the streets. They talk about what they expect, especially as regards this incoming administration, where they done their incoming don't almost come finish because, of course, we know say different people, they don't already declare them as winners, not just at the presidential level, but we'll also talk about governorship level and also House of Assembly. So I expect, say, as Nigerians, they set agenda that they set across board and not be just for the number one person where they on top. But speaking of the number one one person where they on top this story about some of the bills we agree to, some of the bills we agree to. Now, we want first reason for inside political waka. We can attend that put on our phones because we want to hear on our mouths too. On top all the different things where we see as far as our Tory day on ground today. All right, we talk about the fact, say, Senate President Okomo talk, say, yes, they carry like 35 bills, give our President, and at the end of the day, he agree to some, he no agree to some. We start to break all this story down, but of course, I no go fit to do this by myself. I turned up inside studio with our Oga, our friend, our family member, Oga Majid Dahiru. See, I not call you professor today, doctor. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very
I
much.
bless you now your first time after elections. Now we see.
Yes, so I skip 1 week, I skip the other week.
Yes, yes. Though, welcome.
Thank you very
much. As long
much.
as she not be election matter, we they make
No.
A lot of Nigerians they say, if it is happen at that time. No, we must move on.
We must move on.
We must move on. So welcome again.
Thank you very much.
All right. So make we start with of course this story we day inside our hand, and then we go slowly enter inside the other ones. Senate presidents, when they talk this thing, say to President, we still give you thumbs up. Say you try. You try for one or two of the ones where you agree for, but we need to ask you questions on the ones where you not agree for. I know say you've been at least hear of that news. Whether we fit touchlight some of the Tory where they inside them. 16 bills were approved. One of them get to do with provisions for financial independence of state houses of assembly and judiciary. Also, the one we get to do with moving railway services, correctional center, power generation and distribution come up from exclusive to concurrent. For people where they watch us, we don't understand that thing. Exclusive means a list means say a day within the federal government alone to do. Concurrent means say
state and
local government.
State and federal government go do them, get responsibility
together. Aha. Okay, so make I just throw the thing put for your front. Make we start with the ones where we know say some of the ones where we know say in agree for. I mean, big news, good news at least in those areas. What do you think about some of those?
No, very good thing our president do. Very good thing. You know, say I know they easily commend Baba Buhari because sometimes people like say we know to agree for so many things. But in short, this one you do well. Thank God, you know, waste the resources when National Assembly deploy to take amend Constitution. Our constitution is a flexible one. If you amend them, if you change them, if you change the name of Nigeria if you like, if you get the process right. And some of the fundamental bills when it's into law, they're very, very effective, especially now when they get incoming government for state level. Number one, the financial autonomy bill for judiciary and assembly. Ordinarily, it is for the constitution in by way of principle. But since governors said them no see them, and they don't say they there, you go to put them for black and white. So it's okay, good. And that's when they sign, they say, this issue of correctional facility. What did I mean? They say, state now fear on prison. In fact, this one, let me wait till they lack well for the administration of criminal justice for state level. Because states get courts, they operate court system. But they don't get facility to carry out execution of conviction. They depend on federal government. And our prisons don't do overstretched. So as it be now, states now can now properly, if you properly constitute their judicial processes, their criminal administrative justice system, enrich them well, knowing say you fit dispense justice quickly because where you go people when commit offense, they within your control. So states now need to begin build prison, have their own prison service, including the security of the prison. You don't do for state government hand now. So how state governments run this one well now, go make others today encourage to give more responsibilities to states. People, they call this in devolution of power. I know some as devolution of power. I see them as devolution of responsibility. Because the responsibility be this. People, they look at the power side. No, now responsibility. Now load they give you so what you need to carry.
Any difference really?
In
terms of context, power.
Yeah. Context, power now to decide who gets what, when, and how. So state governments usually they ask for devolution of power in terms of mineral resources control. But this one, the responsibility they give you so, which is actually good, because if you run them well, some states will get better judicial and criminal administrative justice system now, go give them competitive edge to even attract foreign investment and local investment, even to attract people to come live. No, say their system is balanced now. So what this for me to say, look, if governments should build prisons for all their states, if a local government chairman commit offense, maybe somebody petition them, say, okay, they say chop money. That petition, they're supposed to send them, go to the nearest DPO office, say, Oga, this chairman of this place chop money. That DPO is supposed to send IPO to go investigate the matter. If the IPO find the man, say, truth, let's say case day, they're supposed to charge them to the nearest magistrate court. And if they convict them, they could put them for the nearest prison to your office to serve in jail time. It's supposed to happen now. So it's a very good one. And now in good way with electricity. This matter don't they turn it.
Generation and distribution.
We try to bridge them.
Transmission still there with
normally, central government go always maintain transmission because of national security purpose. In case states go fail, for this responsibility, we will not sure that they will do. So government must still be there in case to present backup. But this matter must to prevent states from generating and even distributing or even transmitting off-grid power. You don't prevent them, really. But this one, a major boost towards, what do they call them? Generation of power for state level. Because the truth be said, this matter, we supposed to decentralize them since. We try to do them through NDPH, when state and federal government, they jointly run. But it did too cumbersome. So now you good. State A, state B, put them for your budget, create Minister of Power, get commissioner, get DGs for your department and parastatals. Generate your power and distribute same.
Hopefully people will actually sabi the work as opposed to appointment based on say I won't use this one settle you because now there the thing go hook.
Now make us war like this.
But again, I won't make people understand that one very, very well. Now when you say, for example, Kogi State gets ability to generate and distribute, or Abuja gets ability to generate and distribute. What will happen to the likes of the what do they call an AEDC, will be Abuja Electric Distribution Company? What will happen to the BEDCs, will be Benin? You know, all those discos where currently they now. What will happen to all those?
Nothing. The customers now get choice to choose whether to continue with AEDC or to continue with the one state government they provide. So you go feel switch. Like as state government now don't get the power to do and say they can now license even other private operators. They can license them. They can run them by themselves if they feel like establishing companies to run. It depends on the model when the state wants. So now just to break the monopoly now of all these AEDC them, because they were not supposed to be monopolies in the first place. Now don't say the framework now allow other people to come in. So with this one now, if AEDC they do well, nobody go switch to another one now. If they use a particular cell phone, whatever, service provider, and you do it well, you don't say they go leave and go on that one. Even if 100 people come, they do the same service. Like me now, don't use one line, one network since just start from Nigeria. I know it's another line. Because that one line, they try more. So if ADC fee improve, other people go remain with their network. But if they don't improve and people see alternative, they go. It just be like the way we use generator now. And that's what it just be. Only things are now like on the larger and maybe more legal scale. Now the same thing. So all of them need to up their game if they want to maintain their customer base.
Again, it still come down to the fact, say, Wunge government don't agree, say, make all those things reach the hand of state governments. Another thing for the state government to be able to
take advantage of this law now.
Yes. And again, this now where I like to bring them back to the Nigerian people. When I don't elect one or two people, say, now make I talk, say, see the way people just they leave that governorship and state out of assembly. They don't know, say, near them pass. Now, some of all these laws where president don't they agree to, now all these things where you supposed to take, they hold these people who don't enter inside as governors elect into power. But make we reason the one way our president not agree to. Of course, the most famous of them are the one way not allow for National Assembly to summon president and governors. What be your thoughts on that?
That one too. I think I agree with Baba Buhari. She don't sign that one. Even though I fought them to say anytime they invite them for national importance, we could have discussion into they go. And I made them say they don't put up for law.
Exactly.
But I still think, sir, rather than putting them for law, maybe they don't go abuse them again. So that means somebody don't sit down somewhere. If you just feel say you don't like how the president look, you could also say someone and come. To some extent, I still think say president is supposed to respect himself. If a matter of national importance demand say, when you come, we could share idea. Nothing they wrong. So you go appear before them. Because as you're talking to them, you're talking to the nation, really. So, and consultation and dialogue are a continuous ingredient of building confidence for government. So, ordinarily, the president not supposed to feel too big to appear for the National Assembly without it being in the law. So, we could assume, say, this one when they come, so, maybe in good get that democratic disposition to say, look, once they say, if there's an important issue, and The times when they don't invite president to come for heart-to-heart talk, now when real issues actually happen. Nobody saying that doesn't anyhow matter. So I think if we get president when somehow when they're democratic enough to yield to the reasonable demands of National Assembly, when it demands that we can commit them, we may not need to have a law. So that means somebody don't go abuse them again. Begin someone president, right, left, center. Because our National Assembly get that tendency to summon people anyhow if their own demands, personal demand, they don't meet them for MDS.
Anyhow?
No, if one of the reasons why people don't respect the National Assembly, that matter. Because the people they summon know that because you come for something, they don't give you. Now you can't carry your parliamentary privilege, they summon them. You know, that makes it sometimes, you can say they don't see them finish. People say that see finish. They have for National Assembly. So, we can get to the office of the president. But, like I said, this president, when they come, I hope, say, if National Assembly call them for reasonable reason, and you notice a public opinion, they favorable, say, go there, go discuss with them on our behalf. Make it they respond. But if this one comes, Shao, and they behave like Buhari, so we will not get choice again than to put them for there. But meanwhile, with the practice presidential system of government, unlike other countries where they practice parliamentary system, we are the head of government, as in the case of our president, when we call sometimes prime minister or chancellor, depending on the country. Now, member of parliament, ministers, as Papa Buhari did, so the parliamentary system, what they do, even member of House of Reps. And from there, they go elect them as prime minister.
As you see for the likes of
Britain and other places, Israel and other places. But this case,
but not America.
No, America, not like us, presidential system, no parliamentary.
Because I won't use, when they talk about democracy, yes. And one of the things where we reason how democracy could continue
develop, because the American model will follow.
Exactly. So based on what's that happen with the one example where we know say okay now like this blessing and then we follow.
Yes.
Waiting obtain normally. Now to put this thing inside law.
Even for America, you know they there. American Constitution no can tell many things. Americans they use common sense do their thing. What they right, what they wrong, they wrong. American Constitution no big, rich, big pass, big go. Because nobody need to tell what they right. We can say they right. Meanwhile, how they do in America, when should they do so next time we say, each time the president get important thing to consult with the National Assembly, the leadership of the National Assembly, that is, in the case of America, the Speaker of the House, the majority leader, the minority leader, and the Vice President will be Senate President automatically. Listen to America, that VP be automatic Senate President. They always meet with the President regularly to discuss issues of importance. Where they go agree. You know, so they get ideological politics. So they go there, they go agree.
Clear
very clear divided lines. So sometimes they need to compromise. That is to say, okay, we could shift ground small. We to go shift ground small, then we'll come at a meeting ground for the interest of the people. So they do that kind of one where we're regularly. Then I think once in a year, the president, they go National Assembly, go deliver State of the Nation address. That is, they go tell them as in State of the Nation, they will have to describe it aptly. I don't think, it's not I'm mistaken. I don't think that one day for the Constitution, say they're mandatory. I think it's in a convention. Yeah, I think it's a convention. Because if you just study the American Constitution, well, some things no go likely there if you know how the Constitution they crafted. So I think it's a convention, which is very good. Now, we will not, I notice that we will need State of the Nation address per se. You should know what you go for copycat. America get what they do State of the Nation address. You get what's in Ambassador being introduced. Presidential address to the nation, live on media. That's what I think is suit us pass. Again, you not preclude the president, if for any reason, he get to say, okay, I want to see all of you now. All of you represent all the people of Nigeria. I got that one share with you now, if you do them. But if you don't make a yearly ritual like America own per se, the most important thing is to make our president they talk to us from time to time. What do you mean I really want to say? From time to time, like for America and other countries, the president will always speak directly to the people. Directly.
For Nigeria, they go saying they do for Independence Day, they do for...
No, that one address. I'm talking about speak directly. For example, this direct crisis what they go through. President supposed to address this country severally. Although address also wants to don't address, but speaking, go come stand. They go ask him questions, say, why money no there? He go answer, give reason. Okay, why this he go give, he go take feedback. We're supposed to get president went for feed that one from time to time as the institution demands. But Buhari do during COVID. He addressed us about, I think about 3 times during COVID. And in government, sort of committee, they always interface with the people. He good like that. The most important thing is that continuous communication from time to time. No leave gap. No speak to us through surrogates directly.
Okay. at least one or two explanations where we don't get on top that one. I think the major thing where the major takeaway from this explanation where you give on top this particular one now where our president not agree, that is a right of National Assembly to summon president. We never even talk about governors. Summon president or governors. I think it get to do with the fact say that they look waiting don't happen in times past to see and say okay if we make them law and they not agree then we get waiting we feel because. Take, for instance, during the Naira policy, that time where they look at to extend the date or not to extend the date. I remember how many times they summoned CBN governor.
Proceeded for law, I don't even go.
You understand?
But
so, you know, in an extent, you go understand why National Assembly
But meanwhile, make I talk about this. I don't want to use the word summon. Summon means somebody will be or somebody if you summon to come. I think the National Assembly get power to actually invite president. Invite. We cannot say summon. Someone be like, say, you do something, they say, I can't stand. Why you go chop?
Or you go say tomato. Someone, nasty invitation.
But maybe invitation is more like it for the highest office in the land.
Okay.
I believe reasonably, the Senate president can go to the president and say, sir, we think it is high time you come and address the entire house beyond just leadership. So come for like a joint address.
The way you talk, just not sound like someone.
No, I'm not saying to make it respectable.
Okay. You know. So they summon them, but they use the word invitation. So at the same time.
Now the problem is they invite them severally. They don't want someone president. Now invite them. Say, come and talk to us. You know, go. A president, if your own party member when they lead National Assembly contest organ, come talk to us. You're supposed to respect them, nothing to them. Because you don't be king, you don't be monarch. Even king, they go address parliament for England. Then they go open and close parliament. So if they say come talk to us, because now something of importance. If not, nobody will invite you to come. No, just a joke now. No. If they invite you, come. So I believe if our next president they democratic enough, anytime the need arise, somebody invite and come. We could discuss something concern our country. I believe they're supposed to respond. But if they also prove say they go, I will support fully with my future. So I could put them for law.
All right. Now, I don't see say our phone lines on there, our WhatsApp number also there. While we stroll enter inside the next matter weddings on top of our front, we would like to hear from now. Onto your thoughts on this issue of waiting president talk. Say, he not agree, say make National Assembly get right to summon president. Or invite anyone, make them shall not get right to the column or governors, say make they can't answer question. Maybe if we take one or two calls on that one. But while we wait for our calls, make we enter inside the main thing of today. But we're going to enter after this small break when they come back.
The question is whether will I run? Yes, I'm ready to run for Senate President if the party zone it to my zone. Because the party is supreme. Whether they want to zone it, they should zone it to my village so nobody will contest it against me. I don't even want them to zone it to the south. The party should zone it to Ibere in my ward. So, because I'm the only senator from there, you can manufacture another senator from another local government or from another place in Abia. So, I would like the party to zone it to me with my name. If they can do that, it will be very good because President Tinubu needs people of high character to turn around this economy, to make sure that we work for the masses and make laws that will enable him to turn around the economy. But to be honest with you, if we practice true democracy, I should not be in contest with anybody in this position. Because apart from the Senate President himself, Deputy Senate President Mogege, the Senate leader Gobe, I'm the highest ranking member of the Senate. The Nigerian people will pray for me to be Senate President because it is my turn.
All right. In case I don't know what just happened now, that now Senator Ojus or Kalu, when they talk about why they need to just, they just put in name, arrange and put everything, arrange and, package and put, make him be Senate President. Of course, if you still get thoughts on that, we would like to hear from you. Make sure, say, when call us for inside our phone lines and also send us WhatsApp message, make we read them out as a day here. All right, as we wait for that one, make we stroll enter inside Cocoa of the Day. Nothing will go happen unless Nigerians realize waiting don't happen for inside this currently concluded elections, whether at presidency level, whether at state level, House of Assembly level, National Assembly, all of that. The truth be say, results don't come out. Results 1 or 2 still maybe they come out, and we need to know say how we do. Make we just try take score ourselves for inside these elections where we just hold now, because nine go determine as we waka they go forward. They say get as you go put foundation, you get as you go put the cement, put the sand, mix everything together. If the foundation not make sense, time go they go small thing like you go just blow, and that building where you build on top that foundation fit come down. Waiting be the lessons where we learn. If some of you even feel say the foundation is solid where we're nothing wrong with the way we take do the elections, all the things we follow both from the point of collation to the point of, in fact, from the point of voting to the point of collation to the point of announcement of results. So we still there on top lessons where we learn from inside these elections and way forward. And I still there with Oga Majid that here for Inside Studio. Very quickly before we go to Oga Majid, make we take this caller. We don't call us. We want to come out inside the matter where we get on ground. Oga Nasiru, we greet you. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It good say the president no assent to this bill, because as your guest for the studio don't talk, National Assembly, there will be one misuse them. Because at times, even though we know say yes, at times, sometimes if someone the president, they like go. But that one don't mean say make it them jump the someone else, they misuse the opportunity. So and I also thank the Nigerian citizens for casting out their vote in the last election. So we pray for the new government to come, make them listen to the masses, and we pray for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Oga Nasiru. We appreciate your call where you call. All right, still on the outcome of the elections, results, and all of that. Oga Majid, yesterday, International Observer writes one initial report like that. They say go still write final report. But if you reason the report from all the different areas, it will be like say they're not to scores very, very highly. And, even amongst Nigerians, 1 or 2 things really they complain about. What do you feel say be the biggest lesson we supposed don't learn from this election so that it will help us going forward? I be you myself follow with the people waiting, say we do okay, we could just take on like that, they learn, waiting be your idea on this.
No, you see the election, we don't do 2 elections now, yes. Presidential and gubernatorial. For the presidential, for example, me, I'm one of those, really, really, really condemn in totality. I look and say, yeah, I think we do better. But I think the resilience of the Nigerian people themselves sort of, correct some of the defects when INEC inefficiency being dropped and the mischief of some unscrupulous elements, even among the politicians and security agencies. So some of the results when come be like, okay, it proves certain points. It bless, it can't help to reset.
Some parts.
For that to me, that election, even though I know some people they contest them, they dispute them, people don't go court, but the outcome still be like, so, okay, it still sends some kind of message. Say, Nigerians ready, and this democracy they can play. You see the upset. You see how the obedient movement create upset, win Lagos, win Abuja. We saw some of those things. We are governors, they lose the secretariat seat and all of that. So now some of the highlights for me. And knowing how Nigerian election be, I know say for free go the other way. That will say on 25th. Something worse like that for free happen. That make people like us feel I'm so okay. Make we still count the gains, even though and true, as if to say God, tough. God when they say our heart, say when I'm out of sincerity they talk. What happened on the 18th of March for gubernatorial level? You see that they almost opposite of what happened for the first one.
Okay, just hold that thought. Make we take this call from Oga Martins, where they call us from Idu.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah. So this is Mr. Engineer Martins calling from Abuja.
Welcome you, sir.
Yeah. I'm very happy for this program and I appreciate the Nigeria government and also with the masses. But one thing I pray for Almighty God, that God will touch the next coming government so that the country will be better. First and foremost, what I want God give us the good line of this opportunity for next coming government, so that we Nigeria will feel that the way we suffer according to the Bible, according to the scripture, you say, blessed are the ones that rape in tears, and surely we rape in joy. I believe that the country of this Nigeria, of our nation, the way we are suffering it this time around, God will surely wipe our tears. God will send a new government, a new president that will elect us well. by the grace of God.
All right.
I want Nigeria to help us again, to look, our leaders to help us to look with the sufferings of the masses. Because the way we are suffering now, look at this now, getting out of hand. We can no longer eat. We can no longer put our children in the school fees here, hiding here and here. The way we are suffering this time around, only God will surely wipe our tears. I believe God will do that. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir, for my contribution.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. We thank you, too, for your contribution. Still, Nigerian people really try to set agenda.
Yes.
But you see, you not get as you go set agenda when we still come back to that issue of foundation.
Yes.
But you be talk about some of the gains. And
some of the gains. So,
what be the biggest? We know see some gains being there. Whether Nigerians like to match.
No gains, there are plenty.
Yeah, okay, but
there are plenty.
Beyond that.
So you see, to show say gains there for the presidential election, which happened on March 18 for the gubernatorial, I should say, man. I said the first one that better election will do. See the violence.
That be the direct opposite.
How about they talk now? See the violence, see the intimidation. Then the worst thing will happen for that election. Now the kind ethnic profiling will happen for Lagos. You know why people they talk say violence take place for other parts of the country? I say yes. That's one that's strictly Togrio. PDP because maybe APC not come out to come vote, or APC because PDP not come out to come vote, and all of that. But what we see for Lagos, we say, they say you because we be this tribe, make you not come out to vote. They won ahead, they talk out. Security not do anything. They take up say that joke. They say that joke that they joke. And the election day we see them. It nearly turned to tribal war for Lagos. And Lagos now our former federal capital. Lagos now Nigeria's most important state, most important of the 36 states of the federation. Now be the most populous state for Nigeria. Now be our own New York. Now be like the economic headquarters of Nigeria. Nobody want to try build them to build that. Now all Nigerians build them. And what the pen pass we say now fake news. And they take incite people to violence. Not the fake news. They say some people call Lagos no man's land. I couldn't ask. I listened to the candidate of Labour Party, presidential candidate, Peter Obiombi Iboman, throughout the campaign. I know hear and talk say Lagos na no man's land. I know hear. Obi no believe for Lagos, Obi believe for Nisha. The Labour Party candidate, Rose Badibu Vaivo, that Obama, na Lagosian, I don't ever hear him talk say Lagos na no man's land. I don't hear any campaign ad. I don't hear any campaign anything where they talk say Lagos na no man's land. In fact, to the contrary, once they don't finish presidential election, I notice a lot of Igbo people for Lagos begin to throw their way behind Sanwo-Olu. The first person way for street now, Yuledoche, that Igbo man, an actor, very popular, very influential. He write up say Lagos na Yoruba land because he was trying to counter this fake news when they don't spread. Say Igbo people say that they won't take over Lagos. So he can counter and say no, Abibo man and Lagos na Yoruba land. Next one we will see the Kubana chief priest. They land Lagos. Go government Sanwo-Olu office. Raise your hands and Sanwo-Olu be the next governor of Lagos.
So we they see some of all these things. Sorry, make we just sharply take this call. We'll come back to that thought. Oga Apollo from Kaduna, we welcome you, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, we hear you, chook mouth.
Yeah, I want chook mouth also na the yano.
We hear you.
I've been there. You just they talk about the games of what things happen for the election. Yes, I mean I want chook mouth. I support them. Games day, but the flaws too much. You understand? The flaws too much in that some places the will of the people no prevail. And not the say it's supposed to be. When they suppress other people, maybe they don't cast their vote. You know the way things supposed to be for our government of today. Everybody get right. Everybody get right to choose who you want. But as you come reach this level now, when you say you go reach one level, your vote no go count. How you want to come out the next day take vote? Hello?
Yes, we so hear you, Apollo. We hear you.
So now I can talk with that. Maybe allow people that freedom to choose who you want. And not waiting to go fight for. But when you don't choose, you will go turn result for other place. You know, step like that. Like waiting don't happen for so many places. Waiting will keep for our place here. So now waiting I just want to contribute that. Gains there for anything, improve for government, but presidency, not be waiting we want, and come out. So now my contribution with that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So he agree, say gains day, but you know, he said now governorship gains day, but not for presidency. Now waiting Oga Apollo talk.
And so would they cut now so that so the court will come decide that one.
Yes. So make we leave court aside. But for this governorship, you know, yes, everybody knows say Lagos now hot point. Everybody knows, say, Lagos, it gets as it be based on the history, the structure, the everything. As a matter of fact, President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu score even see chook mouth on top the matter self, say in witness the diversity for inside Lagos and waiting make Lagos bring day way in day now. But the thing when talk where I can't be like say the reason and say he say na make supporters of supporters of Sanwo-Olu and supporters of Gbadebo now they do this ethnic religious thing. Yeah, we know say a lot of undertone day that statement Ogamaji. Well, what will be the biggest takeaway from
try this? At least he will talk now. Abi, he talk. At least he admit say in own governor party and his own party followers and Gbadebo followers that them they cause ethnic quarrel. But this two fighting situation, not be the two situation we have for Lagos. When the owner in Baba Buhari and Baba Tinubu want to try to create, no. He tries to at least talk about them, but he's supposed to go further than that. He's supposed to condemn what happened in totality without creating this false equivalence. What we saw, we said people when come from a particular tribe, we are prevented from people from another particular tribe, say, because they say they be stranger for Lagos and don't get the right to interfere. And the own spokesperson, chief spokesperson, tweet one very wicked tweet with Obi picture. So make it Igbo don't interfere for Lagos election. And we need to correct our impression with this situation going forward. I don't want to come out, I don't know what they call no man's land or no man's land. The issue of no man's land started in the First Republic. Lagos was a capital territory, but some part of the current Lagos state was in the western region. So before independence, the argument of where Lagos go belong came up. Made the journey with western region completely or make it independent. So most of the other people from other regions said, since this one our federal capital, make it remain as no man's land. Meaning it don't belong to western region, it don't belong to eastern region, it don't belong to northern region. That was the idea. Now there, that word start and end. But when eventually they come create Lagos state and come incorporate parts of the old western region, all this Ikeja, Ikorodu, not there for Lagos before. Now western region be that. When Awolowo will be premier. When they come merge them together as Lagos state, so it can't automatically become Yoruba state. I don't know if you understand. Since then, nobody they talk about no man's land because they don't move the no man's land now. Come Abuja, when be federal capital now.
Where some people go even tell you, say even Abuja not be no man's land. I think the problem now the sentiment where they follow the person they talk about. So no man's land for one person's mouth means something different for another.
So that is why me I choose.
So not be just to abolish the term.
I choose. Me I don't replace them already.
Okay.
All man's land.
All man's land.
Lagos na all man's land. Anambra na all man's land. The same right when Igbo man get for Lagos, now Igbo man get equal. The same right when Yoruba man get for Anambra, now Igbo man get. The Yoruba man when they for Anambra state get every right to vote and to be voted for. Nothing prevents an Anambra Yoruba man to be governor of Anambra state. If Anambra people go agree vote for him, the only thing you go do is say you go no go vote for him if he thinks it not be your tribe. But if he stand, if he contest, nothing stop Igbo from contesting even governor of Lagos. The highest thing you go do, if you just say no be indigene or whatever, you no go vote for him. That is where your right end. You know if you go beat them, kill them, push them. No. We must promote this narrative where people say it they call citizenship. All lands of Nigeria, all the territory that is of the federation, now all man's land. As long as you be citizen, you can reside there. You don't be immigrant, no foreigner, no stranger for Nigeria. This is the constitutional matter. And now this indigenous sector that come to destroy Nigeria. But make I talk again for emphasis. This matter not be Yoruba was a matter. Now some few people for that lake, few people, bad politicians, because Yoruba people and Igbo people, no be today they don't come. The governor of Osun State, in Amana Yoruba, he they speak Igbo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amana Igbo or Deleke, Governor Deleke.
Okay.
In Amana Igbo, he speaks Igbo almost as a first language.
Okay.
During campaign, he speak Igbo. Say, I be Igbo people became. I won't be governor. Or some people vote for him. So not be Yoruba was Igbo, you know. Now few. Now they call them merchants of crisis. If this guy don't happen, they don't go chop. Miscreants, charlatans, and then do this thing.
All right,
but unfortunately, people will say they get sense. True. Can't lend support. No.
And
no
the lesson, I believe we need to take away from that because our time doesn't.
You know the lesson we need to take away? Kadun, Jos, this same champion for Jos. When somehow the government of the day say Hausa full and people not be indigene, they can't be the government chairman, they can't vote. Now divide just into Christian and Muslim communities till today.
And that's not something where we no go fit sustain
for Lagos
inside Nigeria
and any other part of the country.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Oga Majid. We don't day out of time. You know, say you day with us. So next Wednesday we go get as we go still get to continue this conversation
because
now
nation
one of the
building.
Biggest, yes. One of the
nation
biggest
building.
lessons, one of the biggest takeaway we get for inside this. And you know, funny enough, it not even just start for the governorship, it just amplifies.
It amplifies.
For the governorship. Yeah.
And this situation for Lagos today for everywhere for Nigeria.
Yes.
Only say Lagos today important. We just say they don't pass that level. Because Asiwaju and all in governors, true don't try in terms of diversity management before now.
Right.
So we expected much more from them than this.
And we go get that much more. Nigeria will still be young democracy. The most important thing is that when we make mistake like this, we go learn.
Yes.
The problem now when we continue to make the mistake over and over.
And that's why I have to say the man actually talk. He still talk at least.
Thank you so
much. We hope say he go talk and do him.
Yes, thank you so much. Talk now do not be only for just politician people, but even we the electorates. Where it be like say they use some of our head, do this kind of badness thing. I will continue this conversation when we come back on Cook of the Matter tomorrow. But for now, we get to run come up from inside studio. Thank you once again, Oga Majid. So me Ali be my name. You go be.